Hi there, I'm Jennifer Angel, intuitive consultant and professional astrologer. And today I want to talk about the power of you and tuning into that power. And, a lot of my work is done on this level. And that's one of the reasons why I love astrology, because it really just shows people who they are and it helps people just to, recognize who they are and what they have to offer and to value it, and to get in touch with your value system and your greatest power points. And so I just finished talking about this in my weekly planetary overview. And so I wanted to expand on it a little bit because I really think this is so important because, I have a belief that when we don't sort of love and accept and get in touch with and, love, accept, respect, who we are, every bit of ourselves, like even the icky bits or the bits that we perceive not to be likable. I mean, if we can do that inner work to, get deep down and find out like what that is in each and every one of us, and to heal it and to balance it out and to see like the positive and the benefits of the perceived negative, then we really then start attracting people, things, and situations to us that are in line with us, in line with our values. And, for instance, if we don't do that and we have a part of ourselves that we really just perceive as it being like not great or bad or ugly or not a great quality, then what happens is that we attract people in our lives that sort of mirror that to us, and then we sort of have to work through it. And often this will happen not just if attracting like people you just meet for a short time. That can happen as well. As they say, people come into your life for a reason, or sometimes just a season, and then they go. So yeah, that can happen too. But more often than not, it's a people that we know well or we care about, and so that way we can't just like, I don't want to have anything to do with you, and we can't just dismiss it and walk away, because guess what? They could be a honey or a lover or a good friend or probably a family member, So, so I really do, believe that the more that we can, tune into and love who we are, all parts of us, and that's what astrology does, helps you do, then we don't have to attract those lessons anymore. We're more self-assured. And so, one of the things I just truly, truly just love about astrology is that it gets into your personality, your character. Each planet has a different vibratory energy about it, reflects on a different sort of life area. And then depending on where it sits in your chart, which is called the house system, which also those 12 house systems also relate to a different area of your life. And that whole jigsaw comes together. It does for me anyway. It sort of like just clicks together in my mind. It's just like a jigsaw, and I get this amazing insight about people and, who they are, who they want to be, what's holding them back, and more importantly, how they can overcome it. Okay. And so this is like the beauty of doing chart work, which I just love doing chart work. But I want you to think about that for a while, and I'm going to go through and highlight each sign of just one or two words that are like your power, your sun sign, like power self, and particularly to do with business, okay, and all relationships, but when you're in business. And so, let's start at the top, start at the first house, which is Aries, of course. So Aries, you're really action oriented. You get things done. You're a cardinal sign. You're ruled by Mars. And, you probably think, it's nothing. Everyone's like that. No, everyone is not like that. And this is the thing about each sign's like power gene is like, no, not everybody is like it. It's something that you have for you. It's something that you're blessed with through your zodiac DNA, and it's sort of celebrated. And I've got all the sun signs, earth signs. Taurus, you're methodical. You just like keep going. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You're going to be methodically just work through it. Nothing falls through the cracks with a Taurus, okay? Once again, not everybody's great at that. Aries isn't great at that, for instance, So, for Aries, you want to look for the Taurus in business that just helps to get it in organized and just keep going, hand it over to you, then you can make it happen. Gemini, you're the teacher, okay? You love to gather knowledge. Nothing sort of delights you more to just like learn and gather knowledge. You're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication, education, creativity. You're highly creative. You have such a sharp mind. You can retain information, like just pull it up. Like, us earth signs, for instance, I'm a Capricorn. I need to write it down. We've got to see it in black and white. And this is why Gemini often work in a creative environment. I mean, they're publishing or the film industry. They make great editors because they can go, that part there, up there, will fit down here. Us earth signs need to go, okay, so that was that, here, look at our book and bring it back. So yeah, and you love to share knowledge. You're great teachers. And Cancer, you're a water sign ruled by the moon. So, you can be sort of a little bit changeable. This is something, one of your zodiac lessons. You've got to sort of go with the changes because the moon moves so quickly and changes. But you're in tune with yourself and in tune with your emotions, okay? And so much for that, you allow your emotions to be there and allow them to show you're in control in that sense. And you're very savvy operators because and there's a word we use in Australia called tinny. And it's like, if you were working in the stock market, and a lot of Cancers do work in financial industry as well, because they can just tell, like, let's sell that stock. And it's almost like, is that insider, knowledge you got? And it's like, no, you just know. So we call that in Australia like tinny. I've never sort of found a US word to, describe that in one word. But yeah, you're a very savvy operator in that sense. And Leo next, Leo, you just stand out. Not only stand out, you are prepared to stand up. Okay, so you're the person at the front. You'll take control. You'll stand up. I mean, if you're at a function and your boss says, can you do the MC? Yeah, no worry. Some of the other signs that they were asked to do that, it's like, oh my goodness, that's so stressful. They're not going to sleep for a week, just grinding teeth and getting, concerned about it. So you're really good out front and a front person. Like, you stand out and you stand up, and like, every corporation needs a Leo there to do that. Okay. So moving on, so we've got Virgo. Virgo, you're totally organized, and very, very loyal. unless you're crossed, of course. But so, very loyal. You like to get things organized. You have the ability to dive deep into research. You're a great researcher. I've got a couple of clients that are into film researching. There's a particular name for it. I can't remember at the moment, but they go back and get all the research for the film. And so, when a Virgo is doing the research, then it's right. You don't have to question it. You don't have to go over it, okay? And so you're a perfectionist in that sense. So that's your superpower. So you should own that, because really, and I'm here to tell you, not everybody has that superpower. And this is the thing, sometimes because it's our superpower and we think, oh, everybody can do that. No, everybody can't do that, okay? Libra, you're the mediators, okay? So, and while I'm going through this, think about the people that you work with or interact with, and it just gives you an insight of how they operate, and not just how they operate, but how you can communicate and operate with them, interact with them. But Libras, as a mediator, you have the ability and the gift, and let's call it a gift, to see both sides of the story, okay? And, textbook will say, oh, you procrastinate. Well, guess what? We all have a little bit of procrastination. But really, in my mind, it's not so much that you're procrastinating. You're working it out. Okay, if I do A, then this is going to be the result. This will be the drawback. If I do B, then this is going to be, that takes time. Are you procrastinating? No, you're sorting it all out. And so by the time you get that sorted out and present to, your boss or co-worker or a client, this the situation, this I think would be your best run, but this is also available here. Hey, how valuable is that? Really? Okay, congratulate yourself, own that. Don't call it a procrastination, it's a gift. All right, okay, so next we've got Scorpio. You're courageous, Scorpio. You can make the tough decisions. In that sense, you make good leaders. Like if you're in a company and it has to start downsizing, who's going to want to do that? Not Libra, not by choice. Call upon Scorpio. You go, well, this is the way it's going to be. We're sorry, but it's come to this, but bang, bang, bang. You're able to make the tough decisions that other people just can't make, okay? Once again, that's a gift, all right? And moving on, Sagittarius. Well, I love Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarian rising, so, visionary, and I often get way out in front, it's like, hey, let's pull back. Where's the Virgo? We need the Virgo to sort of help get it all together. Fortunately, I've got Virgo in my 10th house, my career zone, so I'm able to do that too. But, your gift is you can visualize like the big picture. Where are we going? So your Virgo focus is more focused on the detail, and then the Aquarian sort of takes the detail and does the plan. You're doing the 5-year, 10-year life plan, okay? So once again, wow, not everybody can do that. That's like really, really valuable. Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn, so of course I love Capricorns. Capricorns rock, yeah. So Capricorn, we're planners. We like to plan. We get into business. We get in the commercial. We can commercialize things, and we can make it happen in that sense. Now, this is really, really necessary, because even a non-profit organization, I mean, it comes from the heart. You're still asking people for money. You're still asking people for backing. It still has to be documented. It still has to be planned, and it still has to be put into a business format, because guess what? If it's not going to work. Okay, so we have the gift of business, and Capricorns love to make a difference in the world through their career. So yay, Capricorn. Aquarius, you are friendly and charitable, highly creative, like genius level creative. You know, here's a project, like everybody is doing the same thing. Give it to an Aquarian and they'll put a unique edge on it. If you want a dominating position in the marketplace, or you want like a, you know, unique selling position, give it to your Aquarian in the office, because they'll then take it, think about it, look at it, and magically, as like smart as anything, come up with the same concept with an amazing spin, which no one else is doing. Okay, highly, very friendly, highly charitable, always looking after others, always making sure that, you know, everyone is dealt in a fair way. So great person to have on the team. And then we have Pisces, beautiful, imaginative Pisces. You can just fall in love with Pisces, which I have numerous times in my life. But, you know, you have such a positive energy, and, you know, you're so present. I mean, a Pisces can be off doing a zillion things, okay? But when they're with you, Pisces makes the other person feel like you're the only person in the world. You know, you're really present. You're not sort of doing something else, playing on your phone, trying to have 3 conversations here. You're present with that person. Wow, powerful, right? You're imaginative, highly inspired, and but that real positive, optimistic outlook that you put out is just contagious. And you know, that whole imaginative, inspirational side of you, it's totally contagious. People like just come on board. They want to be your friend. Okay, that's not the issue. The issue for you is that because you're so sensitive, you have to be careful with the people that you let in to your circle. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to do some more work on this, the power of you, and I hope you enjoy it. To me, I just love it. And you know, as I said, I love this side of astrology because it just gives you permission to be you, to be who you are. And you know, I thank you so much for being here and allowing me to share this with you, and I appreciate and respect you and honor you, and just I'm honored to be able to share my information. And metaphysics and astrology have been a study of mine since I was 16 years old. So, you know, properly from more so from when I was 19 years old. And, you know, it's my mission in life to pass on this information and share to you. So thank you so much. I love that you're here and sharing. I'm able to share my ride and my life story with you. All right, bye for now. You have a great time. See you later.